Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Folly here. Hope everybody is doing good. We're back with the robot boss fights, and very proud to say I'm the first person to reach 10,000 levels and also fully complete the quest board as well, which has been absolutely awesome. So I'm going to explain how I did it, how I planned it, and also try and help you guys get levels as quickly as possible, depending on what type of player you are. I would say whatever I show you is very, very good to do a bit of combination of everything, so you don't get like tired from all the repetitiveness of it. So yeah, so let's get going. I have to say though, what a game. For me, Parallel 1 was definitely one of the best roguelikes in Fortnite. Definitely had the best stories, best cutscenes, best secrets of any map I've ever played in Fortnite. 10 out of 10, loved it. If you were to compare just roguelikes, Parallel 1 is better than Parallel 2 because of the story and the way they've done everything. However, when you add the RPG side of this game on top of the roguelikes and the boss fights and all the ring quests and secrets and the statues, this is definitely a better game follow on from Parallel 2 because there's more things to do. I don't think you can beat the story of Parallel 1 though, but they've done such an excellent job. I think it's a brilliant sequel. I really do. I think they've done really, really well. So yeah, so let's get started and how did I plan it? So the first plan was to work out what was going to be the last thing available on the quest board, which I knew would be the 10 rings, depending on how well you played the game. Because we're releasing 4 rings a week, I knew by the start of the third week, the 10 rings would actually be out, actually 12, and that would give me what I needed to complete the board. So I knew I just needed to farm the levels, make sure I found all the secrets and stuff in just over a 2 week period. So I was working out that I needed to make between 6 and 800 levels per day, and as long as I made that every single day, by the time this quest was out, I would have already be on 10,000 levels, and then all I needed to do was to collect the 2 final rings, well, 2 of the 4 final rings, and that would let me have this board complete, and I just need to upload the picture, which is exactly what happened, and it actually worked out very, very well. Actually, all plans came together for a change, which is very nice. No obstacles, which is very unusual, but it worked out pretty well for this one. So yeah, so basically I knew exactly where the ring quests were going to be as well, because this one was actually, I knew where it was because I found the interact in the woods. The black ring, you could actually access Baba Yaga's chat conversation and collect the 10 vases before it was even available for this one, but it wouldn't pay you the ring. But I knew it was like 10 vases was going to be part of the quest, so I simply marked down in the map where all 10 locations were. And the Scion one up here, and the Scion one, well, I'd already found it in the map as well because I'd literally seen it. I've seen it appear several times in the map before, I just never managed to collect it. And the grey one, well, again, I'd found it interact on the boat before, and because it says interesting, I knew it was quest related. So I literally knew where all 4 rings were before they even came out, which massively helped me. So it was just a case of really being the first into the robot upon seasonal update and get those ring quests done as fast as possible. So even if somebody had beat me to the 10,000, I was going to beat them to the ring quests and get this uploaded, which I did. And I didn't see anyone on 10,000 anyway, so yeah, so it worked out very, very well. So that's how I did it. Now let's get on to helping you and the best ways to do it. Start with one of the more obvious ones, and that is using the mist gauntlets to kill zombies. Now, anyone who's a Tycoon player, anyone that does a lot of AFK will already know this one, but just in case you don't, this is what you're going to do. You're going to jump on top of this lamppost, and you're really just going to AFK kill zombies. Now, I was actually speaking to T-Rab, and he was doing this as well, so it's definitely, if you know a lot of Fortnite Creative, you'll know this already. So just hold the fire button, and then for me, I'm just going to press the PlayStation button, and that's going to allow me endlessly to AFK that. As long as you come back and move your character before you get kicked from idle, you'll be able to keep that running. If you don't, you're going to get about 33 levels roughly. If you do come back and you can keep like moving your character back and forward and jumping and stopping being kicked from idle, you'll get about 60 levels per hour, which is actually very, very good. All adds up. 10 hours of very simple play is going to get you your target of 600 levels per day, and that's without doing anything else. So still well worth it. For me, it's definitely something I was doing before, like I was going to bed, just to gain those extra levels. And if I got kicked, I got kicked. Wasn't the end of the world. Obviously, I would try as you're relaxing down to sleep just to wiggle your controller a few times, just to get a little bit, maybe the extra, like 60 to 100 levels before like falling asleep. But then I'd always wake up in the back in the lobby anyway. But it really did help get those extra easy farming levels. So that one's very good. But the best, well, the second best one is definitely running the bacon quests. So buy bacon here. It's going to cost you 20 gold coins. Now I would buy maybe like a few thousand worth if you have the money. Then run up to quest section over here. And this quest is going to give you a level every 17 seconds. Probably about 3 levels every minute, roughly, the time you run back to the quest board. Okay, and oops, come on, there we go. I just hold it, and that's there. You're looking at about 17 seconds to complete that for a level. Now, again, you're going to say that's, well, that's still quite slow. You time you all add it up. But if you spend 30 minutes doing this one, that's about 60 to 100 levels-ish. And you just do 30 minutes of running bacon, that's 100 levels. Do that 4 times, and the time you add in like the AFK bats before you like want to knock off the game, go to sleep, and everything else in general play, you're going to be at level 600 every single day quite easily. So really doesn't take long to get that. But the best way to get levels, especially if you're an active player and like this game, is simply farming the roguelikes for as much as you can. They're especially rooms that have like a lot of enemies, and the more you can kill, the better. You probably want to focus on expeditions 1 and 2 because one hit kill will just blow up the room, and we'll just show you for example. I will, yeah, well, you can see my level there. My level doesn't go up anymore. 10,000 is Fortnite cap. You're just going to see level ups, but you'll not see my level change, okay? I'm at the maximum you can be. So I'm just going to show you how much XP you get just from like killing people in this room, okay? So there we go. When you look at, pay attention to how much XP you're getting there for a level. That is just over like half a level very, very quickly. And of course, time you run through and then get the end completion as well, it's going to be a level very, very quickly. This is going to pay you anywhere between 200 and 300 levels per hour. I'm going to go out here because it's going to get annoying. So yeah, anywhere between 200 and 3 levels per hour. Well worth it. Couple hours of just running roguelikes. You have your target of 600 levels per day, and that's going to give you your 10,000 target for the end of the 2-week period, which is exactly what I did. So like I said, guys, there's no magic button. There's no simple thing. I was doing a combination of all those 3 things and just doing it over and over and over again. And the time you add in the time looking for like quests and trying to find all the secrets and everything else, it really was like 18 hours a day just farming this game to complete this quest board. So we'll be back with the other 4 rings that have just been released and then the full secret guide for you next, guys. Hope this helped a little bit, and it is kind of like a little bit of like a little bit of a show-off video as well, because obviously it's nice to be the first person to do this one. It did take a huge amount of work. So thanks very much for all your support, guys, as usual, and Fallout out.